Well, good morning and welcome to Sutton Village Church Online and our very special Palm Sunday service for 2020. My name's Chris, I'm one of the leaders at Sutton Village Church, and it's great to be with you again this morning as we gather today online. Once again, we can't meet in person, but it's great to be able to have this opportunity to come before God with some time of worship and to listen to some word from the Bible. So plenty to come this morning. Wherever you are, enjoy what we've got coming up. And when I say wherever you are, I really mean that, because I know last week Rob, our worship leader for example, was watching this and listening to it while stuck in an airing cupboard. So who knows where you might be. I bet there's somebody sat on the toilet watching this on their phone. You get away with all the kind of things that you can't get away with on a normal Sunday morning, don't you? Because you can't sit there picking your nose while the preacher's talking, or indeed yawning. But I'm sure some of you will do that at some point this morning. Just like last week, all the parts of the service this morning will appear here on YouTube one after the other, so you just let one video finish and then the next one will start. And speaking of last week's service, last week we heard from Craig Rochelle, and he was talking very much about being a hope dealer in these times where we're all a little bit, struggling, let's be honest. It's all completely different, isn't it? And we're all trying to adjust it in new ways, but we have God in our hearts, and it's really important that whenever we come into contact, not literally obviously or physically, but maybe via social media or via a phone call, that we're really positive in what we truly believe in. And while I was watching him, I was thinking back to some services I did earlier on in the year, the Sutton Village Church Boot Camp, and we were here at Sutton Mill Dam. There we are. And I showed you that video, this video here, of the waterfall and the water rushing past those Lucozade bottles, do you remember? And I said how sometimes as Christians we can be like those Lucozade bottles. We can just sit there on the ledge watching everything go by. Well, I got us all to stand and say, I don't want to be a Lucozade bottle. Those Lucozade bottles are still there, We don't want to be those Lucozade bottles. We want to be part of God's work here on earth and spread his word through these difficult times. So I thought I'd come back here for this morning's service, so let's join together with our first song of the morning.